Good evening. I am Ajuri Ngelale, and you are most welcome to Africa's future leaders. On this edition of the program, we introduce you to a young man who is engaged in a structured, though uncommon, activity. He actively links young people with their callings. On this scorching afternoon, cool air is greatly desired. With praise and worship sandwiched between professional consultations, Ikenna Anyadike stays on the move.
Much mercy and compassion.
I need somebody to worship him. I need somebody to worship him.
Now back to the office. He prepares for a series of engagements. Engagements which he hopes will yield fruit for youths seeking a brighter future in Nigeria.
Jesus.
In an office adorned with green and white, Ikenna sees his work as one which can ignite generational change.
Thank you, Jesus, for a beautiful day like this. Have your way in Jesus' name, amen.
Okay, there is a call for you. Okay, there is a call for you.
Good afternoon, Haji. How are you, Ma? I'm fine. How about the family? Yes, ma, we're still on for 2 o'clock. I'd like to let you know, though, I've had an opportunity to assess your daughter's, responses to her personality assessment. Based on all that, I can see that she clearly values clarity, precision, and artistry because she's quite creative. Okay. When you align that with her academic background, which I've done, I can see that there are a number of opportunities that are open for her, and I've been made aware of them.
For him, it all began in secondary school.
I can discuss them with you when you come in. Absolutely. I wanted to be a petrochemical engineer. As a matter of fact, I had one of the most appalling results that I ever had in life when I got to SS2. And that was when my father, who is late now, called me and asked me, he laid out 2 options in front of me, and he asked me which I was going to take. First option was, because my mom was a teacher in the school at that time, government secondary school, where I grew up in Imo State, where. So she saw my result, and she was a bit concerned about it, and she told my dad, who was a strict disciplinarian. I felt I was going to get some lashes, but that didn't come. Instead, he gave me 2 options. He asked me to make a choice to go with extra classes, in the core science subjects to beef up my performance. But he gave me an alternative, and he said that he had noticed that I had a flair for speaking, and I had a flair for the arts, that I could do well and would do well in the arts. And I took that advice. And the next term, still in the same class, still in the same SS2, I switched classes. Or rather, I switched interests, got into the arts. And I took the first position in the class that I took the last position in, the former term. And then that was how I discovered myself.
Ikenna's own experience showed him how individual gift and passion define effective human output.
I noticed when my work took me into secondary schools and high schools, I noticed that young people still face that same issue, and they still face the same issue, even up until tomorrow. I decided to create products that would help young people and create platforms and workshops that would help young people identify the thing that they are supposed to pursue in life. So when I got into my professional career as a personality development coach, I decided to create a product or a workshop, for young people called Project BYBX, Best You, Better X, where the X was the unknown, or rather is the unknown, that thing that young people constantly look for vis-a-vis the career path and the life path that they ought to, go on. And so the way I designed it, the way I structured Project BYBX was such that I administered personality profiles to young people, the participants, and I got them to fill the profiles. And based on their results, I generated documents. Before that time, I had gotten a business partnership with a company in the United Kingdom that gave me access to psychometric tools. So based on their results, I then generated documents that told them, at least to 95% accuracy, the kind of career path that they should go on. It wasn't necessarily a forceful imposition of career path. It was an advisory thing, So looking at their profiles, they could look at, things like, based on this is the kind of career path that I should get on because of my personality leaning.
In a nation battling massive youth unemployment, Ikenna found his purpose where others saw hopelessness.